Now the moment that I'm sure a good chunk of you have been waiting for. Let's look at our romantic hour with City of the Wolves.
Okay. Let me end this here. There we go. And lower this down. And this has been here this whole time.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so one thing about this... So we didn't get a full hour, like we were in the room for an hour, but it also, because of like recording and everything, it actually came closer to like 45 minutes with adjusting and, getting the video compiled and shit like that. Content creator woes. But one thing I really want everyone to pay attention to, because for some people this may be their first time, check out some of the fucking music.
Oh, okay.
The music, the sound design, some of the voice clips. And then one thing we got that I don't know how many other people may have gotten access to, because who else but my dumbass might be ones to ask, but we got some taunts! So the highlight I posted last week was Preacha's taunt, and I think that might have been the first time her taunt was publicly shown.
Sorry, I just realized the cat food was still out and Nathan was going to jump down and start eating.
Absolutely he would have, yes.
Yeah. He does it all the time. I forget a lot, so...
Oh, no, I love Takuma's Neo-Wave picture. It is very much the, did you just fart in my presence?
What?
He's like this, he's like... It's amazing.
Neo-Wave Takuma, huh? Oh, this one here?
It's like, did you just fart in my presence?
Oh my god. Here, oops, that didn't work. Here you go.
Oh, because you're full screen.
Oh, this is full screen. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's trying to drop it in the player.
Oh, you're right. That's probably what it's trying to do. What I can do is this, and then I can just. Oh god, please don't.
Put it above on the taskbar, or above the very top.
Do this. This will work here.
That'll do.
There you go.
Like, that is such, like... That's like that One Piece, like, I look up so that I can look down on you harder.
Right, exactly. Oh, man, that's funny. Okay, back to this. Let's go.
Alright.
So this is nothing at first, right?
Well, this is the general, like, character select, whatever, but some of the lobby music is new, too.
Okay.
Beep, beep.
I still have to talk about cards here. They're always here. They'll never go anywhere.
The character select screen is a remixed Mark of the Wolves character select screen.
Again, we have the game volume really high.
Probably turn it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down.
Yeah, we don't need it to blow out people's eardrums.
Right. But, I mean, obviously they want to hear the background, so I'll go up and down when I can, so...
I mean, we could probably find a happy medium.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be good.
Alright, let me know how this sounds for you guys. So we're just going through some of the colors here.
Let's have fun.
Just need to limp around a bit.
Terry versus Preacher.
She's gonna get punched in the mouth.
Dude, Terry takes up so much of that screen!
He's a big fella.
Round one.
So the first bit is us just kind of like feeling out, do a little bit of beat each other up.
Right. Yeah.
I had already played the like 2 lab sets, basically, so I had a little bit better feel of the game.
Right.
And so sometimes I'll even like stop and be like, James is like, hey, how do you do this? Oh, like this. Oh, okay, cool.
So I will say right now, just from a control standpoint, the game feels exactly as you would want it to. Like, it's smooth, it feels good, it's very easy to control. Like, the special moves aren't hard to do or anything like that. So, what was the forward, advance, and the backwards buttons here?
Yeah, and Lurker's like, it feels so fucking good. It really does. Because, I mean, I honestly, it feels better than KOF, I think, in terms of, like, feeling like you think it's supposed to.
Okay, okay.
Like, I love KOF, but KOF is more hyper targeted on being KOF. So you have preconceived notions kind of thing.
Yeah, of course.
And you just look at this, you're like, I wonder how that it feels exactly how you think it should feel.
Yeah, another thing too is that like because this is a direct feed recording that we're doing like this, like you can also see just in motion and in a lot more resolution. I mean, this game looks fantastic.
Also, so one thing I'm going to note for those of you who may not be quite as familiar with Mark of the Wolves or any of that, not everyone can run.
Terry, wait.
So, like, Terry and Rock run full speed like it's KOF.
Round
But
two.
Preacha
Get ready.
dashes forward,
Fight.
more Street Fighter-like.
Right. I mean, you'll see this in a little bit too, but you know, we messed up the universal overheads and the universal.
Yeah.
What do you call the other one?
So they're both technically called dodge attacks.
Right.
And so one of them is the
High-low.
They're high and low, but I can't remember if they're high as in high hitting or high as in dodge
exactly.
is high.
Yeah. We'll call them. You know what? Just use the Tekken term: high crush, low crush.
Yeah.
That's a good way to say it.
That's one way. Or I do like universal overhead, universal anti-air.
Yeah. So the universal anti-air actually works as an anti-air.
Yeah, it's a little slow, but it's really good at it if you're right.
If you're predicting, like, it'll work. Now, the universal overhead is a universal overhead. You'll see this in a little bit later on. It's frightening because Preacha is a combo starter. Like, I think that's hella good.
I wasn't even gonna spoil that yet.
Because it's fast, too.
Yeah. But so one of the things about not everyone can run is it does have one interesting implication, which is that one of the best ways to recover your overheat, your rev gauge, is to run forward.
Oh, right, okay.
It's got that like Guilty Gear effect, and yeah, I guess Street Fighter has it as well, where if you're approaching, it'll recover faster.
And you're trying to do the dodge attack through the fireball right now, so... That's
Oh, I thought I was seeing if the feint actually had any involved.
Yeah.
Or not, her back step thing,
Yeah.
which is down to back punch.
Round one. Get ready.
Yeah, so there's a lot of us just fiddle fucking around here, so,
Yeah, no, of course that was the case in Mark of the Wolves, but it has stronger ramifications in this because you can run to refill your rev gauge.
Right.
Or to recover rev gauge.
And we were also trying to figure out how the punish stuff works in here. And we did not come away with an answer. Because we couldn't figure out sometimes why it's punished, sometimes why it's wild
We don't
punish.
have a concrete answer, but that being said, part of that comes on the fact that this game is still almost a year away. There is stuff that's still in flux. Such as one of the things that me and Juicebox discovered is, Rev Blow, the CD glows green armor thing. You can't just defend it in this build.
Really? Oh, that's
At
right.
all.
Yeah, you mentioned that, yeah.
And we asked about that. They're like, yeah, I think we've changed that since this build. So there's a lot that's still, like, up for debate. So nothing we say is concrete.
Right.
Even since Preacha's reveal till now, she's had move list changed.
That's all right. One of her inputs did change.
Yeah, so her Rekka chain that you see that's like the punch, kick, that used to be just hold forward and press hard punch, and it's now quarter circle forward hard punch.
Okay. So that they actually changed that to a special move.
So you don't get it out. So you don't get it by accident.
So before, when you actually did the, it's not even a point because obviously it's not for heavy punch anyway. So whatever at this point.
Yeah, you can't JD the Rev Blow. The glowing green armored thing you cannot just defend in this build.
Right, and it's already implied by everybody you talk to
That it's been changed since.
It's been crazy that I just saw. There was some weird interaction. Was it?
Earlier.
Get ready.
Yeah, to start this round again.
Yeah, like, why did your fireball keep going?
It's got the same effect as double Reppuken, where you clashed with the first hit, but the second kick away still works.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a two-hit
oh,
fireball.
Right, got it. Okay.
Oh, hard compared to heavy for like punches and stuff isn't that uncommon out here. So, I mean, it's one of those heavies probably technically more correct, but I like having one syllable.
Oh, instead of hard.
Yeah, hard punch instead of hard punch or heavy punch. Which one are you more inclined to say?
Here goes.
Screw with this audio delay and it's messy.
Oh, it's not entirely your fault. Part of it is that the actual compression got a little janky and did desync the audio. It's not just you.
Right.
So in fact, if you can fix it, even better. Ah. Yeah, that makes sense.
What's up?
That Forrest says hard punch because Street Fighter 1 you had to hit the button harder.
And actually, yeah, that delay is much better. The audio delay is better now. Okay.
And it will recorrect itself later, which might get confusing.
Okay, yeah, then I can keep that too. And also another thing too is like, so I mean, I've said this before in my own streams. Like, I am not good at stepping into a game and playing it right away. I'm awful at that, right? So my muscle memory is so strong that it kills me in every game that I sit down and play. People have asked me, how did you survive in the arcade days back in the day?
Grinding.
I went to UCLA arcade at 8 a.m. when no one was there, and I played against the computer all day, right? So that's how I did it. So, dude, for me, like trying to even land a Terry combo, like I was just having so much trouble getting myself to do it.
Also, like, the Rev Excel stuff does not hold your hand. It does not autopilot as much as you might think it does. You actually have to pay attention. Also, I'm not too far different as far as pick up a game and be good. I'm pretty rough on the first ones for honest games, but like Marvel games, like bullshit, I can actually pick up pretty quickly. So like I'm really looking forward to the 2XKO beta so that I can just get as bullshit as possible as quick as possible.
Fixing something.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say, kind of based off of that idea here, is that, my God, there are so many mechanics in this game. Like, I could not remember the button combinations for anything, and like everything that I tried to do, I kept messing up. Like, everything that you do with every button combination and every direction that you're holding the button changes what it is you're doing. So like here I was like, why can't I shield because I was holding a wrong direction? Why can't I do this attack because I was holding forward? Like, it is a lot. This is gonna take a lot of muscle memory to get used to, honestly.
Yeah, the thing is though, is like for me it's not that bad because it's basically just KOF 11's button layout. The biggest problem I have is that for KOF, I set the Street Fighter Heavy Punch button to my T-Punch for EXs. And so I kept trying to do punch EXs and I just pressed E. And that screwed me up.
Thanks for the new moves.
Round 2.
It's so weird that she does that and she's not a photographer. God, that caught me bounce, so you just get combos off of that. Yeah, I was messing with all the feints too and stuff, so. Feints are weird, but I mean, I'm curious to see how they go.
Yeah, I mean, in a minute we're gonna mess around with the feints a bit more. You'll see, and it's one of the weird things right now is that Preacha only appears to have one feint animation in the current build. So all three of her feints are the same move.
So, by the way, this also confused me too, and for a lot of people coming in here, this might not make as much sense, but your invincible DPs are the light button versions. And why? Because the heavy versions are breakable. So the heavy versions are the combo version that you can break, but the light versions are the ones that give you invincibility but cannot be broken.
Which I think makes a lot of sense to older people.
Yes.
Because like it's the old rule is that light is for anti-air, medium is for like a little better damage and consistency, but heavy is only for combos.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And so that was the highlight I love too, because you ended up getting a hyper defense in there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so that was today's post. As I was just like, oh damn. A little more. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah.
So what's hyper defense again?
It's red parry.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the long and the short of it. It's red parry basically. We're still not completely positive of everything it does, but we think it's supposed to auto JD the rest of a string. but it's really fucking hard.
Right. So another thing too, Pro was just the two lights, right? Yeah.
Rock you! Counter hit.
Yeah, so you saw the invincibility on that.
Yeah. Yeah, the red barrier is very much like the shield that you get in Guilty Gear. Very, very similar. Where all it is basically a barrier that pushes blocks.
I mean, in Guilty Gear, it also used to serve the purpose of pushing you further back to like building more space and stuff like that.
But yeah, in this, it actually plants your feet, and your opponent pushes away.
That was the, if you saw, that was the anti-air high crush, basically. I do that right there, see?
So far, I do not think it has fundamentally as high requirements as KOF. Largely because of KOF's speed with hop mechanics and roll. I think that once you get the hang of this, it might be easier execution-wise. But it's going to take a while to get the hang of it. But I think basically like being better at neutral, having certain kinds of footsies, and having good confirms, I think is going to be what makes this game harder.
No, I think it's going to feel very different in KOF execution-wise, because the hyper hop is not the thing, and all this stuff. So,
but being cognizant of JD offsets a lot of that too.
Right. But I mean, JD is not something that you did in KOF, right? So this game I think is gonna feel very different, honestly. But yeah, mental stack will be huge with the mechanics. I'm not sure, because what's hard about games when they first come out. But when games come out, we don't know how to use the mechanics right away. And so what happens is, like Guilty Gear, for example, you go and try to learn Guilty Gear. Every time I try to teach it to my friends, they're like, this is too many mechanics. I can't deal with this. But as you continue to play Guilty Gear, you know when you're supposed to use a lot of stuff. And it's not like it's crazy anymore. And I feel like when you're jumping in this, you're going to get overwhelmed. But as you keep playing it, you're going to get a better idea of where you use it.
Yeah, basically, like, one of the big things to think about is,
Is this just happening? Did you see
I think this is just happening. I'd say drag the tracker, because this seems like too much. I think one of the things, one of my predictions for early of this game, it's like, I think in the first few months, zoning is actually going to be really strong until the rest of the player base gets used to just defending on their approach. Like someone's going to win Evo pools by like zoning, and then they're going to fight like an old head and then just get blown the fuck up. Damn, good time. Get tossed.
Wait. Round 1. Get ready.
Yeah, but obviously since we don't know what we're doing, it's just a little kind of sloppy here. But I mean, like I said, like the way that this game feels and the way that there are so many mechanics. So Samurai Showdown 2, I remember one of my friends helped work on that game, right? And they were basically like, let's just put in all the mechanics we can because fuck it, why not, right?
Then that's where the crash point is.
Oh, 1240.
Well, I mean, and not to mention, dude, if you ever played Sam Show 5 Special, that game has a million fucking mechanics.
Weird. Passive,
Yep.
fine, so.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens.
Yeah. Video codex, baby, let's go. So, again, like, the potential for this game to get some really... So I just wanted to test this. I wanted to see what was cancelable in that string there, that's all. But, like, the potential for this game to have some sort of crazy, like, someone used the mechanic in a way you were not expecting way to finish a round is high.
Yeah.
The potential for some crazy shit
No,
is
I mean,
high.
I'm really looking forward to, like, Evo.
Yeah, see, he only has the one feint, and Terry, you can see, fake crack shoot, fake fireball, fake burn knuckle.
Yeah, every time she just does that little spin in place, that's her fame. But that's all of her fame.
You could seriously make Jerry dance in this game.
I'm really looking forward to maybe not even like Evo of this game, but like Evo the following year, where you're gonna get a lot of Galaxy Brain like barrier to make someone whiff into a whiff punish. Yeah.
Universal overhead.
Counter hit.
Yeah. No, I think RevGuard is secretly going to be a good mechanic, but it's just not going to be abundantly clear right off the bat.
Oops. Oops.
Oops.
Whiffing throws.
Oh, why? I was probably trying to do something else and I couldn't remember the button combination. There it is.
Yeah, so that linked, but like eventually I do get a real combo with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's, yeah, we were like, what, that comboed? And so now you're just trying a bunch of stuff.
That one dropped like an asshole. But yeah, like her universal overhead.
I can't do it.
Yeah, her universal overhead is literally like +5 on hit.
Which is hella good, by the way.
Yeah, that's on the list of colors that Kitty would appreciate for sure. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Round. Get ready.
Kitty loves her some red and black, and much like me, she likes tan girls with white hair.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
And Nathan. Fuck you!
Counter hit.
Oh yeah, her jump B is pretty wild. It's pretty high above her. Oh, yeah, so that was me seeing if I could do heavy DP off of the overhead, and it did not work because heavy DPs are slower.
Right, yes. I know you see here invincible reversal. And again, I have bad reactions at one point. I was like, dude, that overhead so good. Let me see if I can, do the high crush move. And I couldn't get it out in time because of my reaction. Oh, look at that. Slow motion. And it worked on a throw.
Yes.
That was my throw right there.
Yep.
So my interesting question here, wow, this is really cool, right? I mean, this is, again, any sort of these bells and whistles you add to a game I think are really cool. My question on this is, I wonder if the low crush also beats throws. Or is it only because the overhead is hopping?
It's a hopping, ground invincible, airborne thing.
Right, yeah. So in other words, the universal overhead has the potential, it can beat attacks, low attacks, and throws, which is really strong, I think. But, I don't mind it. So I'm just saying, it's like, it just adds so much to the mini game here. To the mind game, I should say.
Both. The only thing is, though, is that, like, once people also get down, like, just defend reversals, like, those overheads are gonna get you killed. Footsie shot.
Wait.
So I definitely can see where cat posing as a dog is coming from. Or it feels more like Rumblefish than Fatal Fury.
Oh, I didn't see the username, and I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I could never see cat posing as a dog. I was like,
But,
what?
I mean, in all fairness, I've kind of resigned myself to never getting a Fatal Fury again. This is in a lot of ways, this is Mark of the Wolves 2. And it's far more that than, like, I was hoping to get Real Bout 3.
Right, of course.
That shit's not fucking happening.
Right.
But also, I do think that like Oda's experience at Dimps probably shapes some of his some of the choices he brings to the table and what he wants to approve or not.
There's gonna be a lot of interesting things because.
So that's the Rekka, by the way.
Right. There's a lot of like interesting glowing colors. Like for me, like, and again, this is a me problem more than anybody else, but. It's gonna be hard for me to notice when people are in overheat, despite the giant red glow.
I think that's actually reasonable because also everything is so vibrant and you start kind of just looking for shapes.
Right.
I actually don't think you're too off base.
Okay. Because this is how my brain works in general. I'm really starting to discover that this is one of my biggest weaknesses in Street Fighter 6, is because there's so many things and I can't keep track of my meters. I was the same way in Under Night. I never paid attention to the grid at all. And in Marvel, I never think about assists. I have a hard time thinking about multiple things in fighting games.
Also, just to be clear on something, if you can pause it real quick.
Yeah.
Actually, unpause and pause again when I'm standing. Cool. You see how I'm on fucking fire? that is specials per gallon. The yellow fire.
The arms, yeah.
And if you go back, you can actually watch Terry be on yellow fire.
All right, we'll see on the next one. Yeah.
But yeah, that's SPG mode. That's this game's top attack or top end. That is why she's on fire.
Right, and you can barely even see it.
It's probably better that than being too aggressive.
Yeah.
Hey, a real combo.
Wait.
So Terry will start on fire
Get
here.
ready. Fight.
Terry is on fire.
Oh yeah, that fucking move.
Oh, that's right. That's auto grab.
Yeah, that's a low capture.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait a minute, EX, I can, yeah! And then I didn't get a DP and I felt like an idiot. But yeah. I don't know how practical that move's gonna be, but it's pretty cool.
I mean, it's just gonna be the thing about it is the reason why it's gonna. Well, the thing is that it comes after this.
Yeah,
right?
it's a backstep feint.
Now, can you do because you have the backstep feint as well?
Or we'll call it a backstep stance.
Right, it's the dandy step. It's the vanity step, basically, right?
Yeah.
Because you have a vanity step, but her feint is also the vanity step.
But it doesn't go anywhere.
Does it literally? Oh, it stays in place.
She pivots in place.
Because I was about to say, if it was able to go back, and then you could choose a universal overhead.
You can. This is a stance.
Right. Well,
It is. I mean, it's a vanity step. So the low, the overhead, and something. Oh, you mean universal overhead?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. No, the stance just has an overhead.
Right. Yeah. So I was just saying, but if you could switch to the universal overhead and have that be a high-low mix-up, that'd be kind of strong.
I mean, I'm also one of the things is I think that doing this and then doing the vanity step ish move into nothing might actually be a huge thing for her.
Yeah.
Because even if you get like just defended or like blocked out or
there was the taunt. Is that the taunt?
that should be her taunt. Yeah.
Get ready. Fight.
What's
SPG.
this?
Yeah.
Get lost.
Yeah, I should really start learning the names of some of these moves, although she's just got fucking equations.
What's this?
I mean, to be fair, we never call anything by the right name. I mean, even though I knew Colleen's was the vanity step, I called it the dandy step on purpose because I just thought it was funny because it was so similar of a name and it's the same move. So I was like, you know what? I just called it the dandy step anyway.
Yes, for Terry, Rising Tackle is only the EX version of Power Dunk. And that's the diagonal version, no less.
Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Hey, come on.
this?
Hey, come on.
So these are taunts. And so, special reveal here. The command for taunt is A plus B plus C.
Right. And which that would technically be what? Light punch,
Light punch, light kick, heavy punch.
Heavy punch, right?
And we do know for sure that it does have the post-round taunts for Mark of the Wolves. Didn't get to do any of them.
Oh wait, what's a post-round taunt?
If after I knock you down and get the KO, I can mash a taunt and do a taunt on my KO screen.
Oh.
And the taunts in that are unique to that. So if
Wow,
you can hold forward and taunt, and you get a different taunt. If you hold back and taunt, you get a different taunt. And you cannot do those taunts in the game.
You can only do that after you get...
post-round.
Well, that's interesting because Japan hates that, by the way.
But Mark of the Wolves had it.
Right, because remember, they took it away from Street Fighter 4. In vanilla Street Fighter 4...
Well, in vanilla Street Fighter 4, you could attack.
Right, you could hit him one time, and they took that away because apparently Japan hates that. They find it very disrespectful. And so,
The problem is that T-Zoc has one of the greatest taunts ever in those taunts.
Right, yeah.
So...
No, Jammers has the names memorized. Dude, I've tried so hard. It's tough.
Nice move.
Beat up. Punch.
Yeah, so T-Zoc does the one where he crosses his arm and does the back bridge and lands on his head.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Almost kind of like Zangief's perfect pose right now, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Very similar to that, or as Gimaniac was saying, it's also kind of like Indra Bridge.
Oh, yeah. Indra Spashi! Oh, no.
Woo!
Gotcha.
I was trying to figure out what that input was, yeah. So I got that, and so I'm just trying to test it.
Yeah, and it just shits all over me now.
But this is me actually trying to react and just failing here.
Kick foot. Over.
Oh, this is me actually trying to close.
But you got a counter hit burn knuckle, which means that your Rev Excel missed.
Well, that combo also never works. It just
burn
never worked.
Burn knuckle into crack shot?
Yeah, it never worked. I had to do a different thing. I think I had to do fireball or something like that.
Yes, fireball. Her fireball is quarter circle forward kick.
Counter.
I'm not sure what you mean exactly by special muting.
If you're not unbreakable, you must have a weakness.
Oh, preacher. Wait.
Thanks for the new move.
Oh, and Shay, if you mean her far heavy kick, yeah, the button's pretty good.
Fight.
Her far light kick's also really good.
Counter hit. Counter hit. Counter hit. Reversal.
Here goes. Here goes. Here goes.
Counter hit.
Also, Oh, yeah, as far as I know, that, you do not have anything like that. The special muting where you can actually do buttons to prevent moves from coming out. The thing is, because this game has feints and breaks, so there's no reason to do that. But the breaks in this game are kind of wild.
It doesn't seem that was cancelable, wasn't it?
But yeah, like Terry and Rock have like burn knuckle break on whiff now, which is as close as you're gonna get to that stuff.
And I gotta tell you right now, when they tell you have an hour to play this game, that shit went by so fast, dude. Like, this whole thing that we're doing here felt like this was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I swear to God, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those, like, it's kind of a good problem to have, that it was so fun that we're just like, oh Jesus.
Right. We've been doing this for almost 20 minutes already, you know.
Yeah, we're more than halfway through.
If you are not unbreakable, you must have a weakness.
Oh, preacher. Wait.
Also, you should look at chat.
Oh, what's up, Hillwell? What's going on? How's it going, sir?
Round one.
Just going through
Get
some of the
Fight.
City of the Wolves footage that we actually got to.
Just tell me to shut the fuck up. Goddamn.
Punish.
Yeah, I was just testing my reaction here. Yeah, see, like I said, sometimes I just miss it. So.
Oh, it's got the thing where the zero of the timer lasts longer than normal seconds do.
Oh yeah, okay.
Bam!
Knockoff.
Punish.
Yeah, I mean, it's really funny because like one of the things that for me in fighting games is because so much of everything is muscle memory. That's kind of why I need to play against the computer or training mode because I can't ever learn anything on the fly.
Oh yeah, that was a really weird situation.
Okay.
So
Smear frame, by the way.
So the universal overhead and universal anti-air commands, they're cancelable on hit.
Right.
But if you anti-air, it doesn't guarantee that you actually can juggle it.
Right.
Only on counter hit do you actually get the juggle.
Right.
But it let me do a weird fucking DP into the follow-up and land on you.
Right, yeah.
So that anti-air elbow is her dodge attack, the universal anti-air command.
Yeah.
Also, that whiffing made me sad. The heavy arcing kick one.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, that made me so sad.
Oh, dang. Dude, that almost looked like I didn't recover in time, dude.
No, you threw out a jab.
I jabbed.
Counter hit. Counter hit. Oops. Preacher. Wait.
Thanks for the new move.
Oh, okay. At level up expo. So did you go to Evo? I mean, like that's like Vegas was the same venue.
Double the fight.
Was that recovery that I hit you out of?
Double the fight.
I think it was.
Holy crap! That's dangerous.
Yeah, that fireball is purely on setup.
Yeah, I was just trying to do this stupid break attack combo and like I could not muscle memory my way through it at all.
Dude, I was struggling so bad to actually make Revic cells work.
Yeah, I was trying to get this to work. Now so that worked. And then I tried to do that again and I never could land it, dude. Like I was just like, I could never get my hand to do light burn knuckle.
That made me sad.
That it didn't hit.
That was my level 3.
Oh, okay.
Counter hit. Punish. Counter hit.
Ooh, that was cool.
Oh yeah, and so that was actually me abusing the thing that I've... On paper, I really didn't think I'd like it, but I really wound up liking it. Okay, actually, just go ahead and pause it if you can.
Okay.
So, the E button is the Rev Guard barrier thing. If you are holding that and tap back, you automatically backdash.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
If you're holding E and you tap forward, you automatically forward dash or start running. If you are holding back and tap E, you backdash.
Oh.
If you're holding forward and tap E, you get the forward dash or hop. And so what I did is I just held forward and started mashing E, and it gave me not only the forward dash, but also gave me kind of a corpse hop that I didn't have to autocorrect.
Right here, right? I mean?
Yeah.
Look out.
It might have been. Is it this one, or did you not go back far enough? I don't remember.
I probably didn't go back far enough.
This one.
Oh.
That.
Yeah, it didn't corpse hop because I rolled forward is what it was.
Yeah,
so.
but I was just holding left and pressing E,
Right.
and it made sure that I didn't accidentally like backdash around you or something.
So that's really good to know.
So yeah, I wound up really liking using E as a dash
See, I
backdash.
kept doing the DP there. I couldn't get my brain to do the light burn knuckle because again, my muscle memory is like my worst enemy, honestly.
Get ready.
I mean, it's like my biggest strength and my worst enemy because once I get it, like I'm
Then you're locked in, yeah.
But I can't change what my brain is doing, basically.
Counter hit.
Backdashes are still low invul, but not full body invul.
Right. I'm trying to get you to jump that faking.
Yeah, but I have a fireball. Rare footage.
You never play characters with fireballs?
Unless they are hardcore zoners, I almost never have a fireball.
Weird.
I also almost never have a DP.
That's why you don't like playing the Shotos, right?
Yeah, it's not unrelated. Yeah, it's not common that I get a fireball character who isn't a hardcore zoner that I like playing.
Right.
Like, that's a really, like, narrow fucking gap.
And yeah, apologies. We do switch characters in a little bit, so we do mess with some other characters.
Yeah, again, you don't know how much time you're going through.
Dude, like I said, this is
I feel like
25 minutes here.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, this has been a good 10 minutes. Oh god.
Right. We were like, wait, we're almost out of time, and Kitty's like, can I play? I didn't realize we were doing this for 20-some minutes.
Yeah. And so the first thing I do is get the fuck up, and I give the controller to Kitty, and then she starts playing Vox.
Right.
And Vox, again, is way more fun than anyone could have predicted. Like, there's a reason the exhibitions actually had a few Voxes. He's super fucking fun. And again, my elevator pitch for Vox is, it's not even like Grant. It's, did you play Nikali or did you play Makoto? You should try Vox.
And I was like, oh wait, I could actually get more juggles there.
Yeah, if you played Nikali or you played Makoto without relying entirely on command grab, you absolutely should play Vox.
Did you play Makoto?
Yeah, if you play Makoto without it just being command grab the character,
Oh, okay.
you played like Makoto's whole kit or played Makoto in 4 for that matter.
Yeah, okay.
Then yeah, you absolutely should pick up Vox.
I really wanted to try Preacher, but I know you called dibs on it, so I was like, okay, that's
I don't give fucking shit. We could have had Preacher mirrors, whatever.
I don't want to do that.
You also could have asked me.
Yeah, I guess that's fair too.
I'd be like, oh cool, yeah, I'll try more Vox, or I'll fucking pick up Marco or mess with Rock more.
The flash kit recovered fast. Which one are you talking about?
Double the punch.
Oh, maybe like one of her DPs. It's her DPs are less terrible than you think.
Also, keep in mind too that if Olaf was doing a heavy DP and breaking it, yeah, you cannot punish those.
Yeah, it's just fucking take the knee and I'm safe. I'm not plus, but I'm safe.
But again, they have no invincibility,
Yeah.
so you can't just spam them basically.
Counter hit.
Ow.
Counter hit.
Yeah, she's definitely my favorite of the build, but I don't think she's anywhere near the best in the build. In fact, she might be the worst character in this build.
Really?
I think she's too volatile. I don't think she's consistent enough for what she does, but that could also be an inexperience thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The other four are fucking nutty, and we know they're nutty.
Wait.
Goodness.
Jesus, okay.
Just random fire alarm at your... Oh my gosh. Anyway. Yeah. I would have been in so much goddamn trouble if you connected that.
Yeah, I was just mad at my muscle memory.
Hops! We got hops!
Yeah, I completely forgot we had hops in this game.
Yeah, and they're pretty good, but they're not KOF hops, thank Christ.
Right,
Nobody needs that.
Like, it doesn't look like they're faster jumps. It's like they're
Well, it's
lower
also-
jumps.
I mean, yeah, and that's the other thing is that they're not even as low as KOF hops.
Right. Oh, I think this is where we were trying to test the cancel. So,
I was messing around also with trying to see anything interesting with the Rev Guard and Just Defense. So yeah, and then I screw up a few JDs, and then we get into JD cancel testing.
right. So, the thing that I want to mention that is that obviously the Just Defend Rev cancel feels like it could be really strong. The window is so small.
It's hard.
So basically, unless you have a fireball motion, I don't know if it's...
I was so mad at you for that, by the way.
blocking. I didn't know what you were trying.
So yeah, that was the level 3 while I was fully overheated. I wanted to see if it still fully recovered everything.
Just asked.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, we're testing things. We're in neutral. I'm gonna throw out a random super. I did not think you just block it instinctively, because I know it's instinctive.
Yeah, I was like, super, oh god, block.
Yeah.
But so the thing is, the rev cancel thing, the window is really small. So obviously you can cancel into any of your Excel moves, right?
I mean, any special.
Oh, sorry, any special. So what was tricky about that, though...
Oh, I'm sorry. Special or better, because it also works in the super.
Right, because the window is so small,
Is it time
depending on what your input you're trying. So I was trying to do burn knuckle, which was spin kick. So if I tap back and then trying to add another quarter circle back, it was actually hard.
It's pretty tight.
You were actually trying to do quarter circle back, just defend in the middle of that.
I did both.
Right.
I definitely did back into back DP,
Right.
or back fireballs.
And it's really tight. So fireballs are going to be very easy to do because you're already at like back and then you just quickly do
Yeah.
this. But
You mean as in quarter circle forward motions?
Right.
Yeah, going from back down to down to forward is easy.
But DPs are going to be hard.
They're
I
pretty
think.
tricky.
I think DPs are going to be a lot of work to get that. So I think that's really...
Oh. Lurker Spine, can you please do me a favor and DM Kitty the picture with Soeda, you, me, and her that you posted earlier? I would appreciate it. Yo, that air armor is so sick, though.
Where did the air armor come from?
His air Revlo.
Oh, there it is, yeah. Which long cut?
Are we talking about the button hold thing?
Oh, forward half
Or
circle forward
forward half
equals
circle forward to DP? Yeah, of course. Yeah.
At this point, I'm just trying to justify things and do stuff. Hey, I got it! So I just didn't know what I was doing after.
Yeah, I think it's fucking wild that they let Vox have a jumping normal that knocks down. So you can like air to air and then DP, like your fucking Ryu with jump medium punch. Yeah, he's fucking cool.
Far.
I really honestly expected to hate this guy, and he wound up being one of my favorite characters thus far.
Get ready.
Looks like he had a command dash.
It's a tackle. It's basically it's Makoto's dash punch. Like it just doesn't exactly look like it, but that's what its function is.
Hey, look at me! I get a combo. And I could have did more.
Yeah, and you just weren't like fully like, oh shit. Yeah, no, he's a lot of fun because he's not as slow and clunky as Grant. He's definitely a faster aggression character instead of just trying to like do big thing, get away. I swear to God, I think Kitty has hopped more than I have at this point. Like she's like, I will hop.
I gotta tell you, we started from Soul Calibur, but I'm actually kind of sick of supers where the person isn't looking anymore. It's too common now.
I mean, the cool guys don't look at explosions.
Basically, yeah. Which means everybody in Soul Calibur is cool. Because nobody looks at their explosion in that game.
I mean,
Just kidding.
I played Zero, so whatever.
Well, that was a shot wall.
Played.
Just
Oh, I know.
kidding. God,
I know.
everybody hates it, dude.
Deeply.
Yes.
Deeply.
Yeah, so I'm trying to just defend everything over here. So I just want to see if I could do that into the cancel. I couldn't.
And then Kitty fucking tossed you.
And then Kitty, because Kitty's buttons timings weren't standard button timings.
Yeah, she's not doing what you think she should be doing, which makes her really hard to JD.
Yeah. Even when I get it, I couldn't get the cancel out.
That is a big fucking button to be able to cancel into a DP.
Right?
Dance, vomit.
Dang, that's a good rev blow, dude.
Pretty fucking good.
Probably should have tested to see how punishable it was. I can't do it, dude. I just could not do it.
I mean, even when we then get into the I'm just gonna throw a bunch of fireballs at you, and you just do it until you get it, it still takes a while.
Right,
It's not easy.
Yeah, it's really hard, which I kind of like, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then it requires a lot of skill to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, this game does a good job of not holding your hand, but you also very much know that it's on you, it's not the game being taken. Like, that just makes everything about this game fucking delightful.
And another thing, too, again, I mean, as a fighting game, like, it feels good.
Can you rewind a little bit?
Like, it feels very clean. Controls are really
and then
nice.
It looks like the mask just teleports into his hand as he's putting it on.
Oh, it does it? Okay.
Yeah, like that needs some polish. Like I'm not mad, but it's like that needs some polish. Yeah, it's not in his hand.
Yeah, you're right. They'll fix that.
Yeah,
They'll fix that.
that's just a transition timing.
They'll
Because I
fix that.
think like in his trailer that doesn't even occur in some of the other old footage. So yeah, that's just a fucking shader timing of hear it and everything.
Let's have fun.
And
Fix
then
that. They fix it.
fix it in post.
And this is where we were.
I think we're both Terry now.
Oh, because we're just gonna practice.
Oh no. Oh no, then I think we play a little bit and then we do Terry v Terry. Wow. Yeah, and then we're back to where we should be. Going the wrong way.
Yeah, you're right. I am.
Fair enough.
What's that?
It's like, I didn't realize that he's putting on Grant's mask. I thought he was taking his face off and had it like fucking Terminator face or something.
Dude, what the hell wasn't that launched you like 10,000 miles up into the sky.
Counter hit. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Counter hit burn knuckle. Counter hit specials send you
Oh my
fucking
God.
flying.
Yeah, I'll say. Holy crap.
Double the punch.
Just defense.
Double the punch.
Yeah. And that's where you're like, man, fuck this projectile. Can we have a normal one?
Oh,
And I'm
right,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, let's just go back and we'll do Terry Mirrors.
Double the punch.
Because I actually ended up watching this part of the footage for a minute today already. And I remember that.
Yeah. We actually recorded all of our audio, but I don't think that there was a lot of interesting things out of that anyway, so.
30. 36. 5. Just defense. 3.
What?
I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to squeeze in a cool guy combo here. And I failed.
Preacher. Wait.
That's all.
Yeah, honestly, I just think about. Oh wait, go back.
Was that the one we
Get
skipped?
ready. Time's up. Preacher. Wait.
That's all the info I need. But
No, it's not that one.
Okay.
Okay. There's one I lose by timeout, and she basically starts complaining. She's like, she wanted more time to study,
Right.
and it's like, oh, it's cute. But yeah, no, when she does the double the fun, I just think about old Double Mint commercials.
Oh my god! Double the fun. Double the gun.
Get lost.
nice move.
And then the later version, that's the statement of the Great Mint in Double Mint Go.
Oh my god, I don't even remember that one.
That one's mid-90s, I believe.
Double the punch.
Counter hit. Yeah.
Dude, when I'm editing and I have to sync audio like this, I don't know what it is. I cannot process which way is forward or backwards to make it right.
In all
If I hear
fair,
the sound early, I'm like, do I?
that's actually not an unreasonable reaction.
Okay.
It's like, am I putting the video forward or the sound forward? Which one am I doing? What?
Yeah,
How does
dude.
this? Yeah.
I've had some.
Even though there's only one answer,
Right,
But, yeah.
I've had some nasty times.
necromancy
there.
too. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
that's a pretty universal experience.
Okay, good. That's not just a James or stupid
No.
kind of thing.
I definitely remember having that same issue with the first time I ever tried to stream with like exploit.
Yeah.
Man, I spent like hours trying to not have a migraine. Oh, the level of shut the fuck up that had.
But I mean, to be fair, again, the super didn't do that much damage too, which I'm kind of a fan of. Like, I'll tell you right now.
It's threatening but not life ruining.
Right, one of my things that I like the least about Street Fighter 6 are level 3 supers. I felt the same way about Marvel 3 as well. I don't like level 3 supers because, especially when they're as aggressively damaging as they are in UMVC 3 and Street Fighter 6.
The thing is, with UMVC 3, I'm fine with it because there's so much of that game that is structured around TODs for one character of the three at a time.
Right,
So,
Ready. Fight.
fucking let level 3s be stronger. I don't give a shit.
Counter hit.
Because level 3s are doing, 30% unscaled universally. Like, good lord. That's a lot of fucking damage.
I did the combo and then I accidentally paused the game. I was so mad.
Yeah, no, this game's fucking gorgeous. I'm so ready. Also, much like many other people in the chat, I am also just so fucking ready to play Janae in this game. God, I want to play her so bad. Such a fucking moveless glow up.
Double the punch.
The hardest thing for me right now is I'm not sure what character I want to play in this yet.
T-Zoc.
I mean, T-Zoc is the obvious choice right now,
I
yeah.
know you. Yeah, I have at least 4 characters I want to play now. At least. So I'm super stoked. But mostly the thing is, like, it's Janae, Kevin, and now Billy. But then, like, Fox and Preacha on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I'm curious to see who else they add to the game, because they could easily add a character where I'm just like, oh, let's go kind of thing, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, God, if... Oh, yeah, no, again, like, there's no 0 frames raw in this game.
Dude, does everybody always pose the same on the title screen?
For player 1 and player 2.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
round.
So the thing is in this game, and it's something we got from Justin's footage, that there are no 0 frame supers in this game raw. However, if you guard cancel into a level 2 super, it becomes 0 frame,
Oh, interesting.
which is kind of fucking dope.
Just defense. Rock you. Just defense.
Just defend and cancel into the super. It's just so fast, basically.
Yeah, and it gives you a prompt for it too. Like the way it does like reversal and all that shit. It says 0 frame.
Really? Oh, whoa. So it's literally built into the game.
Yes.
And again, if you pull that up, you
Good for you.
deserve that.
Yeah,
like,
good for
you
you.
deserve that. That's one of those things that if you see someone do, you're like, good shit. Good
Yeah,
shit.
and especially because like super meter ain't horrendously free.
Right.
So you're burning 2 meters on it. Like
I
fuck.
finally just got that guard cancel right there. Yeah.
Just defense.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got it
and
again.
I'm doing that manually, back down to back.
Okay.
Rock you. Just defense.
And I think that one I actually did the early quarter
Oh,
circle,
okay.
but I can't swear to it.
Then I was like, hey, let me try
Break down.
something.
Kick foot.
Oh no. Oops, you're just messing around here.
Rock
Let
you.
me try
Just
something.
defense.
So I'm trying it. Yeah, you can see, like, I can't
It takes you a
fucking do
minute,
it.
but then
Yeah.
you do get it.
Yeah.
Rock you.
So something in my brain was making me go too slow.
We just froze.
Whoa.
Bert. It's not, it's just the video.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like there was something else I was gonna like highlight and mention. I can't remember what. But yeah, like the game has 10 characters, 11. 11 characters now, I think. Or is it 10? Are we in 10 or 11?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Whatever, but I have 5 characters I want to play
I think
easy.
something happened with our copy because I know we did a lot more with this with Marco, but this is the end of the video here.
That's not entirely surprising.
Yeah, so something happened with our copy over here. Like, it doesn't think that the whole video is there.
Ah.
Because the one thing I wanted to point out was we were testing with Marco a bunch of times, and we finally got confirmation that, yes, Just Defend makes you recover faster.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal for me.
Yeah, it appears to be plus 2 frames faster.
Right, yeah.
Because we got similar results. I think Juicebox got similar results, or maybe with him. I don't fucking.
Yeah, because what we were
That
doing,
gets a
we
blur.
were doing a Marco light DP, and then we were both Marco.
Yeah.
We held up, and we
Okay.
could see a significant difference when he just defended. I jumped earlier, so Marco's
So-
light DP, which is safe on block, is still minus. So,
No, heavy DP break. Not. I thought.
You're right.
yeah.
Heavy DP break.
Heavy break, yeah.
Heavy DP break. That's what it was.
Correct.
So heavy DP break.
I believe that is correct. That it is plus 2 better in Garo as
Yeah.
well.
So it looked, I mean, obviously we don't know how the jumps and 2 frames can be surprising how much of a difference that makes. But when we did Marco heavy DP break and we both held up, we would almost be synced and I was a tiny bit faster. But when I just defended the DP, I was like,
Significantly
it was like that.
sooner, yeah. So, I mean, I was actually warned that there might have been a little jank in the final compression or the final, like, exporting. And I thought I just saw... I definitely caught it in some of the audio stuff, but, if that means that we did lose, like, 5-10 minutes,
yeah.
that's mildly annoying, but whatever.
It's annoying because we did get some Marco footage in there too, and we don't have
Yeah,
any of
but
it.
I mean, also, we weren't the only people who got, romantic time behind closed doors.
Right.
So, and I'm sure there at least 1 or 2 of them were like, fuck yes, I'm playing Marco.
Right. But, one of the nice things is a lot of people aren't going to do the same thing that we did where we're just, like, testing things out
Yeah.
and stuff like that, which is cool. I mean, I was kind of hoping to do a lot of that, like testing out, like, mechanics and stuff because that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 frames can be huge, but it's also, like, it depends on how fast some things
Right.
are. Because it feels like heavy DPs feel slower in this game than they are in Mark of the
I
Wolves,
mean-
but that could just be me.
Previous to Strive, I mean, when you actually did a Justify and Guilty Gear, was it just like 2 frames? But it was I can't remember. I mean, I'm not asking you. I'm just saying, but like, it was small, but what it amounted to was such a huge difference, especially against an Exert freaking Leo. So, I mean, someone actually told me the reason why Leo's so hard to fight in Guilty Gear Exert is because you can play that whole game without just defending, and you can play it
until you
fight Leo. If you're not just defending Leo, like, he fucks you up, basically, because he's just so, like, that's why he's so gorilla. That's where the gorilla caveman term came from, that when it got really popular to call people that, because it was Leo and Exerd, so...
But... yeah... I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, I know, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of different things going on in Exerd, but again, you know, what's nice to... Okay, so what I'm going to say this about City of the Wolves. Everything that everybody's been saying, that they're scared about fighting games, that they're simplifying things, they're making things easier, blah, 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 all that stuff is not City of the Wolves. So if you want to play a fighting game where it feels like execution matters, where the game is complex, they're not holding your hand on anything, like this is
you have a little bit of OG feeling to you.
This is the game for you, basically. Yeah. And you don't have to learn 3 characters. You don't have to go short hopping, hyper hopping everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
we're pretty sure they've got rollback figured out, so it's gonna have, you know, netcode.
Hopefully they have matchmaking figured out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, I mean, it almost feels like Oda and team are like, you know what? Let's try defying this.
Well, I mean, I think there is an element too of Sam Show proved a point to them, because Sam Show did fucking gangbusters, and that game is, air quotes, good honest footsies. But it is a very stable, old head kind of game.
Right.
And it doesn't have a bunch of KOS qualities. And so they're probably like, we're going to make our Fatal Fury, and we're going to remember how good Sam Show did for us.
Right.
And so let's bear in mind some of the factors that apply here.
Well, I mean, keep in mind also, though, that Sam Show is just a simpler game in general, right? I mean, there's a lot of mechanics, but it still wasn't like, it's still not, you know, like...
But I mean, I'm just saying, remember that 90% of the people who are successful at Sam Show were old heads.
Which always, I mean, like, people were always like, no, the old school players wouldn't be as good as today. And I was like, Sam Show. And they were like, okay.
Yeah.
They're like, okay. Because a lot of people thought I was just being an old man when I was saying modern games do not reward the same things, that they're different.
They are different.
They're different.
Absolutely.
So a lot of the things that old players preferred weren't as successful anymore because frame data is so much more important, all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I had people arguing like that's not true at all. It's just that they weren't that good in the first place. It's just we're better now and all this stuff. I was like, it's not true. And this person loves Sam Show. And so when I was like Sam Show Evo top 8, he was just like, crap, you know, like,
yeah.
Like, what do you do at that point? So
I mean, because that's the thing is like SNK is still very much in that headspace.
Yeah,
they're still very much making the games they fucking feel like making.
Yeah, because KOF, like I said, was still very much a heart game, right? Still had proximity normals. Nobody was complaining about that, right? Like,
I mean, I'll still complain every so often when I get a close normal from half screen, but.
right.
They've done a really good job of mitigating that, by the way. Like, I never get accidental close buttons with On Hill anymore, which is nice.
And again, that was the thing. Is like, when people say proximity normals are bad, no, it's just that the game implemented them poorly.
Yeah, didn't take enough into account for them. Yeah.
Right. I mean, for sure. And the worst thing about it is, and again, I love Street Fighter 4, but Street Fighter 4 caused a lot of these problems because it had some of the worst proximity, detection, because I think it was universal regardless of the move, and they had to tweak it as it went, right? And, that's what killed invincible backdashes, invincible DPs, etc., etc.
And then DJ has a force stand that whiffs on crouchers.
I mean, let's put it this way. Like, I'm not going to say proximity normals are perfect because Cammy and Super Turbo, her close roundhouse could trigger at a range where it just didn't hit. Because she kicked straight up, right? It just didn't hit. So, like, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's the thing I was saying with KOF. Especially, like, I think 14 on Hill was really criminal about it. It's literally, if you do a jump in, and then you, like, if you're not deep enough and you do a standing heavy kick, you will get close heavy kick, you are way out of range, and you lose.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, like I've always said too, is like, you think the guys developing Street Fighter 2 are like, let's make the game more complicated, let's add proximity moves.
No, you know what would be cool?
Yeah, and it was more just like, hey, I have this great move that hits really far, but it's useless when they're up close. Let's just make a different
Or, I mean,
button.
they might have even just had a discussion like, let's say I'm boxing you in the street.
Right.
Am I going to punch like this?
Right.
No, I'm going to punch like this.
Right, exactly. And so, like, that's the thing, is like, it's, if they design it right, it works, you know what I mean? And again, a lot of people talk about, you know, having back medium punch instead of, and again, that doesn't work, because giving...
It doesn't work for everyone.
It doesn't work for everyone, but also giving people so...
Literally, command normals are the reason I don't play Chun-Li in 6.
Right, so...
Or, sorry, in 5.
So here's the thing. This is where my logic comes in, and this is why I hate that version too, because we saw it in Alpha 3, and see it, and it's obvious that it'll happen in a lot of other games too. The whole point of close-up moves is they're supposed to be fast. They're combo moves. They're designed to be very strong. Mm-hmm. Generally, close move frame data is much better than far move frame data, so they have to be really good. When you give someone access to a button that's really good anytime they want it...
Is this coming into, like, Super Turbo Dawson?
Super Turbo Dawson is one, but Sakura back heavy punch in Viism back heavy punch, Akuma's back heavy kick in Alpha 3. Like, when you give access to close-up moves in neutral, like, they're supposed to be kind of broken frame data wise.
Yeah.
And then you give it to them at any time.
Now great, now it's a zoning button. Thanks.
Right, So
yeah.
Cammy in Street Fighter 5, her standing strong was that way. It's like one of the best buttons in the game, but they can't make it useless and neutral, so they gave it a decent range, but that's why Cammy can literally go strong, 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 you know, Abigail, strong, 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 right? Like, it's really frustrating.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, you know, the fact that you can't walk around and press medium punch with Chun-Li
right,
because you're going to get back or forward medium punch,
exactly.
fuck you. You just lost a neutral button entirely.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, so, you know, close version, when you play Street Fighter 2 and you get reuse close standing heavy punch when you're far away, and you want the far standing heavy punch for anti-air. I mean, all I'm going to say is that far standing heavy punch for Ryu doesn't work as an anti-air anyway. Like, it's not a good anti-air in that game, so that's not even really a problem, honestly. If you want to hit at that range, you use standing heavy kick with the Shotos. You use standing heavy kick.
That button is cracked.
Right, yeah, Oh, yeah, Elfelt's close strong is, I mean, that was a move that was so memed, close slash, I should say. That was so memed because it was so broken.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna try to wrap this up.
Okay.
SNK keeping unique DM inputs from old games. So Fatal Fury's early builds, everyone's level 3 was a different move. That seems to have been normalized for, I guess, the sake of accessibility. While all the regular supers, fucking Mark of the Wolves, every base super is quarter circle forward, quarter circle forward. So that's actually keeping in line. But also, I am personally a fan of the ye old pretzel motion. Don't dumb down my pretzel motions. I want my pretzels.
To be fair, at least they let the pretzel motions work in 15.
True
right?
enough.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you play Cronin, you're just punishing yourself for doing a pretzel when you just have a better quarter circle because it cancels off your fucking DPN.
I still remember when I first tried Haomaru in Soul Calibur, I was like, there's no way this works.
Oh, yeah.
Offensive crouch, half circle forward, backwards DB buttons, and it worked. And I was like, you motherfucker, you bastards actually did that. Dude,
I absolutely agree. I don't think all supers should be quarter circles.
Dude, I'm still mad because I made such a smart observation for a Street Fighter clip from Angry Bird, and I was talking about how he was always ready. He was ready to do the level 1 because he was trying to do half circle quarter circle forward times 2 plus kick and all this stuff. I made the smart point, and everyone's like, his level 1 is quarter circle back plus kick, and I was like, what? Because every character in Street Fighter 6, their level 1 is quarter circle forward times 2. Except Ken, because they wanted Shippu to feel like Shippu from Street Fighter 3.
Yep.
So it was the only one I was like, God damn it! Like, fuck! I'm so mad, dude. Ugh.
Okay, yeah, anyone who draws a fucking star with their motions is really a good one. Big fan of that. In all fairness, though, Arcana Heart is also the first game I ever played where you had a charge up for 2 seconds down attack.
Yeah.
So...
Which they did put into Under Night, so Under Night eventually got in there. So, but I mean, Batista also has charge forward, back, and punch.
Yeah.
She's cool.
But also, I don't know enough about Under Night, or at least not about Batista. But this charge up for 2 seconds down kick must be done grounded.
Oh, really? Oh,
the Arcana Heart one? It's a grounded only move.
Okay. No, Batista's is only in the air.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about hers is that one jump is not enough to charge it.
Yeah.
So you had to at least jump over there, or you had a setup where you hit enough times in the air so that you would freeze in the air to charge it and get it, because it was an instant overhead. It was it counted as an instant overhead, but you could never do it right off the ground. So there's a lot of interesting things.
Seems like there's a lot of reset situations there. Like you just like run up and do dial combos and shit, and hope to not hit a jump cancelable button in an anime fighter.
The other one too, you could do jump, attack, land, instant overhead was the other one too. So. I mean, what do you think is the most complicated motion? I mean, there's obviously the pentagram.
The pentagram's up there.
I never know
any of Ivy's command grabs.
I was about to say Ivy's command grabs. Yeah, I don't even remember what those inputs are because I just did 720s.
A bunch of head-ass shit from Dragon Ball fighting games that are like pentagrams times 2 and shit. Right.
I mean, Darkstalkers had some weird ones.
Nowhere near this level now.
I mean... I'm trying to think, like, what were some of the craziest ones in Dark? I mean, they had a lot of the weird button supers, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I always remembered...
oh, that's true. Hayate from fucking DOA.
Oh, yeah?
has another one that's, like, up there with the Ivy command grab.
Okay.
And I think it might be a chain as well.
No, we were just talking about that, Hisui Kohaku. We were saying,
yeah, I think it was Saki was her name from Arcana Heart. It was a charge up, down attack, and it had to be while grounded, and then Batista in Under Night. And I think there's still one more even.
Yeah. No, because Darkstalkers, the original Darkstalkers, Felisa's rolling crystal flask was basically quarter circle forward and then back to down, which was kind of a weird.
I mean, because also Morrigan's fireball was
up to forward.
Yeah, it was magnetic blast.
Right, which is funny because she was the first one to have it, and so that's why people were making fun of my X-Men versus Street Fighter FAQ when I called that motion the Soul Fist motion.
Well, I mean, also she had Demon before Demon.
Yep.
Yeah.
She had the Raging Demon before Akuma did in Alpha. Yep.
There was one more. Like, there's a couple of weird ones from that era that are just fucking nonsense for no reason. But
and then,
I thought
of course,
there's one more funny
Vampire
one.
Savior Anakaris basically has the craziest one, which is heavy kick, medium punch, light kick, down, light punch, medium kick, heavy punch.
Yeah.
He had the level 3, basically.
There was one more, like, really funny, interesting one. I can't remember.
In which game?
I had it in mind, and I can't remember it.
Okay.
In all fairness, Gai Tendo's Rekka Super, or Chain Super in KOF 11 is pretty up there.
Well, because he's still using Bariki 1 inputs, right?
He's got a lot of Bariki inputs, yeah. So the base Super is just down to forward, kick. And then it's forward, back, down, forward, up, forward, down, forward, and then your choice of finisher.
Now, if you hit...
It's a deadly rave.
Oh!
It's a deadly rave.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so down to forward kick, forward, back, offensive corner, up, forward, down, forward, your choice of finisher.
Yeah, so Anakaris has always had a level 1, which was medium kick, light punch, down, light kick, medium punch. It was just those 4.
That's
it was
where
like the little X, right? In Vampire Savior, he got 3 versions. So he had the one that was regular, and then shift him over 1, so it was heavy kick, medium punch, down. I'm sorry, heavy kick, medium punch, medium kick, heavy punch. So you just shifted over 1, right?
Yeah. And then
and then the level 3 was the one that was all 3 of them. So.
And then Morrigan's Eternal Slumber in Marvel 1 was heavy punch, medium kick, back, medium punch, light kick, I think.
Wait, which one was this one?
Her secret level 3, the one where she
where she
blew
blows
the unblockable
I
kiss.
can't remember how to do it. Okay.
I think it's heavy punch, medium kick, back, medium punch, light kick.
One of my favorite inputs in Vampire Savior was Morgan was forward, heavy punch, medium punch, light punch, forward. You actually triggered it with the forward, and it just felt good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Because she shoots that
Yes,
giant...
it was absolutely unblockable on Marvel 1.
Was it unblockable?
Yeah, Eternal Slumber is unblockable.
Okay.
She blows a kiss at you, and that heart is a projectile. It's unblockable.
Now, could you lock people down with an assist and get them with it? Or
I don't think you can do that because of the nature of Marvel 1.
Right,
But you absolutely could reset motherfuckers into
Right,
it.
yeah,
but it
yeah,
also has like a full second of startup.
Right, yeah. And the fireball is slow as hell, too. So.
Yeah, but you can actually get traps. Yeah, and DZ's like, it works on incoming.
And you know what? There's probably a way that you can use it on the team-up super, right? If you do a team-up super thing, maybe...
You're probably right. I can't swear to it, but I think you're right. Anyways, we should wrap it up.
Tenraiha is...
What was Tenraiha's
light
input?
kick, heavy kick, strong, medium punch, up. Oh, I love that motion. And they did it that way on purpose because light kick, heavy kick you could chain. So it was always a combo. You can go light kick, heavy kick, strong up, and go bam, and just drop on their head. Oh, God, that was so good. I forgot to do it because I did that 4-hour gushing video on Vampire Savior, and I never went back to Darkstalkers to really do an episode on the motions and how creative and how much they were really willing to experiment in that game with motions.
Yeah. I'm always just a big fan of Deadly Rave Supers, in general. Geese and Rock.
And you know what? And it's so funny, too, because
even fucking Athena.
Because in fighting games now, it's a tradition for Deadly Rave Supers that if you don't do the last one, you can link into a normal combo, because DJ can do that.
And he gets nerfed for it. Right. Like, it wasn't even that good, and they nerfed it more.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's why CVS2 Geese is still probably my favorite version of Geese ever.
Yeah, that one, and Hibiki could do it, too. Hibiki could do it as well, you know. She could also go into that thing, too, I remember, so, yeah.
All right.
I mean, the funny thing is, like I said, I like the experimentation. I miss that. I'm sad that the motions are simpler now because motions have kind of been demonized a little bit. You know, like, oh, I can't learn a fighting game because of motions. And I'm like, it's not that bad, but, you know.
Yeah, well, we'll see how 2XKO does.
And again, we also spent years learning how to do fireball motions. So.
Dude, okay, so full disclosure, confession. I learned how to do Geese's pretzel on a Dreamcast D-pad.
I need to shake your hand, dude. I need to shake your hand. If you did a fucking pretzel super on the Dreamcast...
consistently.
Dude, because I'm telling you right now, Dreamcast D-pad is probably the worst D-pad I have ever used in my life.
Oh, it is far from the worst, but...
What would be the worst?
I mean... Without going too far into even, like, Jaguar...
Maybe the original Xbox controller, the big Carl.
The Duke wasn't that bad.
Oh, the Duke, that's what it was.
Did you call it the Big Carl?
I couldn't remember what it was called, so yeah.
Dude, that sounds kind of good right now, Big Carl.
I know, right? Okay.
GameCube's is pretty trash.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Honestly, there's a lot of like bad ones from the era. 64's D-pad is actually pretty fucking trash. Yeah.
So the reason why I did not mention that one, because I've never actually tried to play a fighting game on that thing, because I just refused to even try.
I wanted a 64 exclusively because it got KI2.
Oh, right. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, Sega, the Japanese original Sega Saturn pad is the greatest pad ever created.
It's at the very least on the list.
Right.
I'm not going to give it the 100%.
The original American one was awful, so...
No, it's because that controller will actually stab you.
Which one?
The Dreamcast D-pad.
Oh.
It is like, seriously, it's...
The sharpest corners, yeah.
It's like stepping on a Lego block with your thumb.
I mean, and again, you know, my friend Jason, right? I swear to God,
yeah, the 360 pad's
he is the most opposite human being on the planet because he loved the Dreamcast D-pad, and I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I love the Dreamcast in every capacity except that D-pad on fighting games. And the thing is, I can do like the Marge Simpson, like stab it with the fucking sewing needle and stuff. Like I don't need the thimble, and so I can like get away with using the Dreamcast pad, and mostly because of doing that.
Right.
If you can get over hurting yourself, the D-pad's actually really good.
Right.
It's just that it fucking hurts.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a good D-pad.
I could not do anything on that D-pad. The responsiveness felt great.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I didn't feel any input lag at all. So.
Yeah, I mean, and it's one of those like I'm not sitting here like working on evidence or anything, but it felt fucking good. So.
Who should we end on? Billy Kane music or?
Yeah, let's just do like Real Bout 2 NDR.
NDR?
Yeah, that's it.
NDR. So this
NDR
one
Billy
here-
Kane. Yeah, it's Real Bout Special, Real Bout whatever. That's it. Yeah, it's fine.
That's one?
Yeah, it's fine. That is a half-naked old man who's pretty
Rough,
fucking
though.
ripped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll say Jesus Christ, dude.
Advertisement.
Is it this one?
Yes.
So, anything else that you want to say before we go?
I think I need a coffee, but
All right. We'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching.
consider buying SVC Chaos.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Shit. I mean, look. Can you talk to the the SNK guys that maybe I can get a code or something like that for it or something?
I'll reach out.
Because I mean, honestly, like I want to buy all the games. I want to support them. I'm broke as a motherfucker, so
Yeah.
like I just can't right now.
Oh,
so.
actually, real quick, yeah, that's a good call. Pix and Love is releasing a physical
one?
version,
Yeah.
and the physical version looked kind of goated.
Yeah,
So.
I retweeted that. I saw that. I was like, oh, I'm retweeting
Yeah.
this for sure. So yeah.
Because we love Pix and Love,
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah. Pix and Love is awesome. They do great stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, better than other companies.
yeah. Dude, the fucking new design's fucking top notch. But yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Video games are cool.
Yes, exactly. Take care, guys, and peace out.